This is the Tree of Life, Season 25, Chapter 9. In this episode, we will be describing the one-step and two-step dialectical degeneration. To begin, in the last several episodes, we talked about how within substitution events, the context length determines whether that substitution event results in infinite recursion. The idea was that if there is greater or equal to two steps in dialectical degeneration, it results in infinite recursion. Now, the process of a substitution event sees the transformation of an analog to a digital structure. Analog structures possess contextually dialectical impulses. The transitionary structure in sequential substitution between the two exclusive sets described by the digital structures at either ends. In this way, sequential substitution events represent decisions between sets, or preference shifting. Now, in the moment, in the absence of infinite recursion, that is, where there is less than two steps in the dialectical degeneration, we see a return to consensus through that step. This step manifests as a dialectical thought which negates the original impulse. For example, let's say yesterday you were having a conversation with a friend on the subject of poverty. Let's say for a second that the following day, while driving, you think intergenerational poverty, a reminder of something you said the day before. If this were a two-step degeneration, the next thought might be all poverty is intergenerational. This is the first step in a two-step degeneration. It is the first step because the effect of this second thought is to take two words, which describe a particular meaning, and eliminate the significance of the first word, intergenerational, in the overall meaning. Logically, if all poverty is intergenerational, then it is redundant to say the intergenerational component of the phrase intergenerational poverty. That is, this first step in the degeneration renders the first word unnecessary and creates a full association logically between the two words. That is, it solidifies the meaning of the phrase by eliminating any ambiguity in the addition of the word intergenerational. Since we saw that digital structures describe exclusive word associations, this second thought creates a full association between the two words in intergenerational poverty, thereby representing the transformation of an analog or contextual structure to a digital one. Now, what would be the second step in the degeneration? If the first phrase, intergenerational poverty, is followed by all poverty is intergenerational, then the next phrase might be, it doesn't have to be. That is, this third thought negates the original thought, intergenerational poverty, thereby completing the degeneration. Now, the question is what triggered this substitution event while driving the following day? The answer is, when you were talking to your friend the day before, you were talking about a town that you are now driving by on your route somewhere else. The association between the town and the thought, intergenerational poverty, triggered a two-step dialectical degeneration resulting in infinite recursion. Thus, the contextually dialectical phrase intergenerational poverty transformed to a digital one by way of the subsequent substitution event. Thus, we can see that the product of sublimation within that substitution event is the artifact, which is this verbalization, describing the two steps in dialectical degeneration. That's the end of the podcast for today.